This is W2FJH. We'll be starting the STNY digital voice net here in just about 5 minutes. We do have NetLogger up and running. For those folks that wish to check in early through NetLogger, you can find NetLogger at netlogger.org. We also do have Google Meet up and running. So if you wish to join us on Google Meet, you can find the link at stnydmr.net. And also, if you're a member of the Bear Discord group, we are live streaming in the voice chat as well. So we'll see you folks in just about 5 minutes here. This is W2FGH. This is W2FJH, bringing up the STNY Digital Voice Net on Bram as a Talk Group 31367, wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet, YouTube, and Discord. The primary purpose of the STNY Digital Voice Net is to foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and to provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the Southern Tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short-time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have 6 other stations besides myself checked in this evening, so the net would like to recognize N2QFD Mal, K3BYC Carlton, N2RWH Ed, N3OJP Mick, N2NRA Cliff, and N3DQD Ray. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's first take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now.
Red Control, please copy KC2ISZ James, in and out. Chesterfield, New Jersey, just wanted to say hi. No comments, 7-3 all. KC2ISZ.
All right, and I would like to recognize KC2ISZ James. Have you checked in and out this evening? Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's open up for any and all stations that would check into the STNY Digital Voice Net this evening. Please call now.
KD3, AJN, Anna, Beaver County.
This is Edward, N2W, in Broome County.
All right, and we have KD3AJN Anna and NE2W Ed. Were there any other stations to join this evening? Please call now.
This is K2AQR, Inglewood, Florida. Home QTH is Dunkirk, New York. Good evening. The name is Mike.
Kilo Echo 2 Delta Papa Bravo, Jason from Honeyway Lake, southwestern Ontario County.
All right, and we have K2AQR Mike and KE2 Delta Papa Bravo Jason. All right, let's kick things off. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no announcements. So let's move in for questions. If there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no questions either, so we will move in for comments. The net topic this evening is, have you seen any signs of spring? Geese are starting to fly over in Waverly. Any red-winged blackbird sightings or wood frog sightings? This net topic was contributed by N2QFD Mal, and I think he's at the top of my list. N2QFD Mal, how was your week?
This is N2QFD. Good evening, Frank. Thanks for the net and good roster tonight. Good evening to everybody. It actually came by way of N2NRA initially, and he's been keeping an eye on things and keeps on asking me what we're seeing over here in Elmira. I live relatively close to the Chemung River, and today was the first time I heard killdeer calling. So good sign for spring here. Radioactive day kind of on and off. I'm sure others might have noticed if you played on the low bands. We're in a geomagnetic storm. It's still kind of intense, and unfortunately, we've got a lot of cloud cover. So the view line for Aurora would be the southern part of New York for a maximum view line, but as usual, we're under a thick layer of clouds. So that's the story here. We'll turn it back to net control. This is N2QFD.
Hey, very good there, Mel. And yeah, I think I think it'd be better if we counted how many days we don't have a cloudy day coming around in this area. So, very good there. All right, moving on down to K3BYC Carlton. How was your week?
This is K3BYC, Carlton from New Arlington, Maryland. Good evening, Frank, and thanks for taking the net. Good evening to everyone who's checked in. I've had a very fine week. It looks like a good one coming up. We were in the 70s today. Looks like we'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days, but it's trending up. And looks like we got some 60s and 70s coming up near the end of the week. And I think a couple days ago, I have heard geese uh, overhead there, so that's the only thing that I have noted. But we've had a lot of sunshiny days, and just this the warm up is a big help. I just hope it stays that way. So we hope spring has sprung. That's all I have for now. Everybody have a good week. This is K3BYC. Back to net control.
Hey, very good there, Carlton. And yeah, I like some 70-degree days coming up here again. It was kind of like a tease to have that. And yeah, just the other day I went outside and I'm like, oh, this weather is going back and forth here. It's 42 degrees and a cold rain coming down. So we still had snow on the ground. So it was kind of all the worst things of winter all in one day. So all right, very good there. All right, moving on down to N2RWH. Ed, how was your week?
And to RWH, Ed from Binghamton. Not too bad. Hello to everybody on the net. We're kind of a rainy day today, but it's getting better. Spring-wise, I've seen some robin, and actually have noticed that the grass is not brown; it's starting to turn green. So I guess that's maybe a good sign of spring here. So hopefully the week will be decent here. Haven't really got a chance to look at the weather. So back to you, Frank, and to our WH.
Hey, Ed, very good there. And yeah, you're not alone because I was just thinking I haven't checked the weather in a bit. I was getting ready for the net here, and I didn't have time to take a peek there. So, and yeah, actually the wife, the XYL, actually noticed we were driving around to go pick up our daughter, and she actually said the same thing. She said that the grass looks to be getting greener. So, and me personally, I have seen some geese flying overhead, so we're getting some signs here. So, all right, moving on down to N3OJP. Mick, how was your week?
Hi, good evening, Frank. Everybody on the net. It was pretty good. I had some big swings in temperature, and it kind of delayed these guys cutting all these trees. Probably be out tomorrow. Signs of spring, yeah. Skunks running around, especially at night. Picking them up on my camera. And during the day, I'm starting to hear the more and more robins every day. Of course, the daffodils have poked out of the ground, and some are blooming. My grandson was here. He stayed over last Monday night. So we've been busy with the 3D printer. And then picked him up Tuesday after school. And of course, he's got violin lessons. So yeah, we've been messing around with the printer quite a bit. And of course, the weather's back and forth, and with this tree cutting, I spent a lot of time with WindLink activity. And like Mal said, boy, this afternoon the band conditions were just, well, there weren't any. It was just nothing. A lot of noise. Temperature here dropped about 20 degrees. It was pretty warm earlier this afternoon. I think it was pushing 80. It's down to about 57 right now. So, this coming up week, going to be heading to Virginia sometime Wednesday, probably late morning. And we want to go over in that area, see some of the Civil War history. Want to go to Williamsburg again. Maybe Norfolk News. We'll have to see. And then Williamsburg will be on the weekend, and then maybe swing up to Washington D.C. Monday to see the blossoms. And of course, this is all weather permitting. And then swing around to Harper's Ferry and Charlestown, and then eventually get home. Probably we'll be gone at least a week, I would think. So looking forward to that trip. Frank, I'll turn it back to you. W2FJH and 30JP.
Hey, very good there, Mick. And yeah, sounds like you got a busy week coming up. I always say you have a lot of busy weeks. Very good there. And yeah, hopefully with the 3D printer, maybe you could share with us some of the projects you might have been working on and everything. So very good there. All right, moving on down to N2NRA. Cliff, how was your week?
This is N2RA, Cliff in Waverly. The weather right now is 42 degrees and 0.38 inches of rain today. And so colder weather is going to be coming this week, be a problem. And Mel will give me a little hand on the FL Digi problem I had. So spring weather. April showers are coming early. Ticks are still a problem with the dog. That's a spring sign. Robins are eating worms off my driveway as we speak, and so that's about it. Back to you, Frank. This is N2NRA.
Hey, very good there, Cliff. And yeah, maybe we'll have an early spring here. It sounds like there's a lot of evidence of warmer weather coming here. So very good. All right, yeah, let's move on down to N3DQD. Ray, how was your week?
Yeah, W2FJHN3DQD. Well, good evening to you, Frank, and to everyone else here on the net this evening. We had a pretty good week. On Thursday, we went to our radio club and also the training for our upcoming nuclear power plant drill. And it was a very good training. It wasn't one of those that to yawn through. It was very informative, and the presenters kept your interest. So I was happy to be there. It was good to see Vic there too. I always enjoy seeing Vic in person. So that's pretty much how that went. As far as signs of spring, the allergy attack started last weekend, so I know that's a sign of spring. Back to that. This is N3DQD.
Hey, thanks, there, Ray, and yeah, glad you had a good time at the club meeting. And yeah, it's always tough, as you know, when you're presenting stuff to really capture the interest of your audience. So, all right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. Before I get to my next station, let's take a quick pause here to see if there's any additional stations that we'd like to check in this evening. Please call now. All right, here enough then. We will continue on down the list. So I had KC2ISZ, but he is checked out this evening, so we will move on down to KD3AJN. Anna, how was your week?
Good evening, Frank, and everyone else on the net. Week was good, just busy as usual, but today we went to a spaghetti dinner for the Lions Club fundraiser. And as far as spring, I've heard some birds around, but I don't know what kind they are. And I'm happy if spring comes now. Everyone have a good week. KD3AJN.
Hey, very good there, Anna. And yeah, I don't think you're alone on that. I think a lot of us have cabin fever. So, and yeah, glad you had a good time at the Lions Club. And yeah, you guys always stay active there. So, all right, moving on down to N2W. Ed, how was your week?
Hey, good evening, Frank, and everybody on the net this evening. Had a good week. We had our club meeting on Wednesday and was surprised by our presenter, Andrea K2EZ, give a presentation on VHF roaming, weak signal work, and she travels with a SUV with like 20 antennas up on top and makes these amazing contacts on UHF, VHF, and beyond that, hundreds of miles away. I didn't even, I knew it was possible, but I didn't know there was like a roving community that does this. And she's one of the champions, and she took the time out of her travels to connect with us via Zoom and give a very interesting talk. If you want to see it, I put a link to the playlist at rover.ne2w.com. So it's rover.mycallsign.com. We'll take you to the playlist. And the first one is her little over an hour presentation. Really interesting stuff. So that worked out really well. And finishing up the week, following the NCAA championship wrestling instead of the basketball, and Penn State did very well. Sort of followed that. My son was a wrestler in high school and got us kind of into watching the wrestling. So that's done, and looking forward to next week. Major League Baseball starts the regular season. Hope everyone has a good week. This is N2W.
Hey, thanks, there, Ed. And yeah, it sounds like I missed another very interesting meeting, so I'll have to definitely check out that link and catch the replay of it there. So, all right, very good there. All right, we'll move on down to K2AQR. Mike, how was your week?
This is K2AQR. This is finishing up week number 8 down here in Englewood, Florida. Another 80-degree day. I'm looking forward to the 18-hour drive back up north beginning Saturday to Chautauqua County, and looking forward to seeing what winter did to my yard up there. Nice to join you guys tonight. 73s to everybody. This is K2AQR.
Hey, very good there, Mike. And yeah, safe travels back up here. And at least as of now, there's no snow or anything. So at least you don't have to come back to 2 feet of snow. But yeah, it is a little soggy and muddy out there. So all right, we'll move on down to KE2 Delta Papa Bravo. Jason, how was your week?
This is KE2 Double Peanut Butter, Jason Highway Lake. Week not too bad, not too bad. Signs of spring. Well, I found a couple ticks on my dog already, unfortunately. Thankfully she's white, so they're real easy to find on her. And she's doesn't have really long fur, so she's a Swiss Shepherd, just a white German Shepherd. So, but and I've heard some more birds chirping in the morning and kind of hanging out in the area, so that's what I've noticed for signs of spring. Hopefully it'll come here sooner rather than later. I have to tidy my install of a mobile radio in my vehicle. Back to you, Frank. This is KE2 DPV. Clear.
Hey, very good there, Jason. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. I have reached the end of my list, so let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now.
Here is N2RZZ, November 2 Romeo Zulu Zulu, Mark, over in Breesport, Chemung County.
All right, and then I would like to recognize N2RZZ Mark. I'm not sure if you caught the net topic at the beginning of the net there, Mark, but we were talking about have you seen any signs of spring around? So we will head on over to you. How was your week there?
Of blackbirds, starlings, brown-headed cowbirds that are going through the bird feed pretty fast. That's okay. That's why we've got it out there. One of the biggest signs was I had the snow tires removed from our car. A little RAV4 snow tires are all gone. Summers are on, and boy, what a treat that is. And so that, to me, those are some pretty good signs of spring. And RZZ, back to net.
Hey, very good there, Mark. And yeah, definitely a good time to get the snow tires off. So, all right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. Once again, I've reached the end of my list, so let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to join this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard here. I guess I talked fast this evening or something. We got through 13 check-ins, and it's only 25 past the hour. So, all right, but let's open it up for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now.
This is N2QFD with an additional.
Yeah, N2QFD, fire away with your comments, sir.
Thank you, Frank. Just been playing around more with doing SMS messaging on my DMR radio, and had attempted to send a note to the entire talk group. I'm not sure if it actually goes through or not. It's the sort of thing where, as I understand it, everybody who's in a talk group at the time when I send it should get it, but I don't know if it happens.
Yeah, we can always test after the net here, since we do have some extra time here. But I want to say I tried to do that before, and I thought I read somewhere that Brandmeister actually might be restricting the data from text messages from going out into talk groups. Or at least the known, I think it was a five digit or less talk groups, but I think I might have read somewhere that maybe like your 7-digit ID or something you can actually transmit out there, and anybody who has that, that they're directing the audio, from that, your 7-digit talk group might be able to get that message. But I guess it's always something to experiment with. But yeah, if anybody else has any additional comments for Mal there, please call now. All right, nothing heard there, Mel. So I guess we could always do some testing after the net. So, all right. Again, any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns, please call now. All right, quick net this evening, I guess. So, all right. I'd like to thank Mel, Carlton, Ed F, Mick, Cliff, Ray, James, Anna, Ed K, Mike, Jason, and Mark for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FJ8, and I'll be listening.